Hey everybody, it's Chevy, Nobody Else's Auto. Tonight we're going to check out some more new inventory. Went over to my buddy Mike Shook at Auto Artistry over in Russell, Kansas. You know Mike and I do a lot of business back and forth together. I had some stuff he needed for a project. He had a bunch of leftovers from projects and vehicles he'd built over the years, so we did some trading, brought a new load in. Going to show you some of that tonight. Start off with some 48 to 53 era Chevy truck stuff. Some of this is pickup, some of it's big truck, but some pretty good solid metal there for some of that era of Chevy. Next set of fenders laying here, 41 to 46 Chevy truck. They're again pretty solid fenders. Dings, dents, things like that, but that's to be expected. They're 70 plus years old. But you know, we can even look at the bottoms of these, and the bottoms are not even rotted away on them where they bolted the running boards. So don't see that very often on these fenders anymore. One other Chevy piece we'll catch before we jump into some international stuff. Got one door, 64 to 66 era GM truck. Pretty good door and very minimal rust. Kind of got whammoed here in the front like most of them have. It's going to need a little attention. But other than that, pretty decent old door. Next batch of stuff we got, 1941 to 1949 international pickup parts. Got the bed right here. And this is an international bed. It is not the Knox bed. It is a regular factory international bed. Got the hood leaned up right back there behind it. And it's a pretty good hood, good and solid. Typical dings and dents, but no serious damage. And the bed even still has the little small international tag on it, which is kind of cool. Now, up here in front, we've got a whole bunch more sheet metal for that international. We've got the doors, a good, clean, solid set of doors. They've still got hinges, regulators, all that stuff in them. Got both the right and the left on the doors. Got a good clean set of inner fender panels. Got a good used original grill that's good and solid. This is the grill that did not have the stainless strips on it. So this does not have all the tons and tons of tiny little holes for all the stainless strips. So if you want to go with the clean, smooth front end without all the stainless, this is the grill you need to have, or you got a lot of welding to do with a lot of tiny little holes. So I've been out of those grills for a long time, so glad to have another one of those back in stock. Next piece, we've got one rear fender. We've got a left rear fender for the international, minimal rust, but a pretty good rear fender there. Light surface rust, we'll get that stuck inside to get all this sheet metal that was stripped back inside so it doesn't get any worse. The surface rust is light, it'll clean right up, but we don't want them to get any worse. Also got the front fenders, and really these are a pretty decent set of fenders. They put some plastic on them to start working them. But when we look at the back side of them, they're pretty decent. I don't know why they have plastic on them. There was a few dings and dents here that needed worked out, but not too bad at all. Not near enough, bad enough to justify the plastic that's on them. So those will clean up, and I think are going to make a pretty workable, pretty decent set of fenders. So definitely glad to have another good load of that international stuff in stock. The next piece we got, something you don't see very often, 1967 to 72 era Chevy pickup short step side bed. Now I know there's some slight differences with the side marker lights in that era of trucks, but this is a 67 to 72 era. It is a pretty clean bed. Very, very minimal rust, typical dings and dents, but it's over 50 years old, so it's gonna have some. Still got a tailgate on it. Wooden floor is gone out of it, which is obviously pretty common at this point. But we come over to this side, same thing, just dings, dents, no serious damage at all. Still got the little short side steps on it. And even the front bed panel is pretty good on it. It hasn't been used from somebody hitting the brakes with something heavy in it or anything like that. So definitely a workable bed. Great piece for a patina truck, or a great piece to restore because it still is in really good shape considering its age and for as hard as these are getting to find. Last piece we've got for tonight, something else pretty tough to come across. Front clip for a 1970 Chevelle. Obviously 1970 Chevelle front end is all by itself. The only year of that body style with the 4 headlights. The headlight surrounds are gone and the hood is gone, but the fenders, the core support, the lower filler panel, the inner fender wells, all still there on this front clip. It's not been hit, wrapped around a telephone pole, anything like that. The fenders do have a little bit of lower rust in them, but they are both very fixable. But overall, it's a pretty clean, straight front clip, and it's going to be a great piece to work with. Obviously, finding that original 1970 metal is super hard anymore. You know, you can buy the new stuff, but then you got to see, hopefully you can make it fit things like this. This is original 70 Chevelle front clip stuff. So that's always tough to find, and glad to have that added to inventory. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed checking out the new stuff we got in. If there's anything you need, give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number's posted on the pages. As always, I really appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me for a few minutes, and seeing what's going on. If you're on Facebook, please share the video with your friends. Invite them to like the page so they can come hang out with us. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other videos. It's all gearhead stuff, cars, trucks, memorabilia. We'll slide in some other stuff from time to time, a few motorcycles, things like that, a few airplanes now and then. But all kinds of cool stuff with engines. So that's what we do. That's all I know. And that's what we do here, and have a good time at it. So if you have any questions, give me a call on that phone number so we can have a quick conversation about your vehicle, make, model, year, and the direction your build's going, to see if I've got anything here that might be able to help you out. So as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Super appreciate you stopping by tonight. We will see you soon on the next video.